series of techniques that work together in a cohesive movement. And if you're teaching the thing, it goes back to what we were saying before. It's like this weird situation where people are giving you individual pieces of the puzzle with no real basis of what the image is on the puzzle. Like, what are we even making here? Like, no one knows.
Right.
So it's like, sure, you know, once you're a black belt of what it's all kind of supposed to look like, but as a white belt upwards, you're just getting pieces. You're like, where the fuck do I put this stuff? So teaching it in a systemized thing, it's like, you do this, they usually do this, and then you do this because they did that. And it's like teaches the branches and the pathways, because jiu-jitsu is very textbook. Like, you could write down all of the effective movements and you could like list their probability rating. If someone took the time to do the stats on it all, you could get a pretty large basis for what is most effective from each position, because the entire process of a jiu-jitsu system is you start from a broad perspective, like a neutral position, and then you lessen the options by getting to a control position, which is just your first grips. From standing, it would be like a Russian tie or a collar tie, and now you've limited the options from infinite to less. And then you maybe set up like an arm drag or something, and the guy ducks his head and you get a front headlock, and now you're in the front headlock system. And it's like, okay, well, now his options are much more limited. We've gone from like an infinite possibility thing to like he's got like 7 options, and if you know all 7 options, it's much easier to navigate that situation. So people just don't really see it like that, maybe, or don't care enough to try and like teach it in that way. So that's what I focus on a lot here, is like starting from a position and being like, these are the options, this is what you can do, this is what they can do, and it makes it much more easy to digest. And then when Jose, the white belt, finds himself in a guard position, single leg X or something, he knows, well, the guy's gonna he's gonna push my ankle, he's either gonna try and backstep, or he's gonna try and like pigeon toe, he might try and grab my head, he might go for a rolling Kimura, and then like that's kind of it, maybe. And so he's like this white belt who has no concept really of the expansiveness of jiu-jitsu. You just made it digestible for him in this section. He can recognize the single leg X guard and be like, I've been here before, I've done positional sparring here before, I know what to expect of the 5 to 6 moves some guy's gonna do. And if they do something crazy, then he learns from it. But most of the time, 90% of the time probably, people are gonna do what they can do from there, which is a limited option thing. So that's what a system is. It's like a funnel of like opportunity until you get down to the end where it's like the final option is submission, right? That's like he has one option to tap. That's the end of the funnel. So
yeah. You always teach for everything, generally speaking.